Hello, I am Rachel Hoffman, and I am here with Bradley Justice Yarbrough. Welcome.
Oh,
Welcome.
It's so great to be here with you in the Dream House.
Oh my God, so great. We built this for Bradley. This is why we did this.
I am just so impressed. This is like the most
deserve
amazing thing. Oh, I don't know about that, but thank you.
And we built it for you out there so that you can enjoy and feel like we really wanted you to feel like when you're watching this video with us, that you're here, like in a dream house, like to recreate that feeling of a dream house.
Well, it's dreamy being here. This is a dream, so.
It brings back a lot of memories for a lot of people.
Well, you know, it's one of those things that's iconic. I mean, Barbie yourself is iconic, but all of like the houses and structures, it's like when you open that up, you're just sort of transported back into time.
Yeah.
And it's like a little piece of history. It's just amazing. So just the warm fuzzy, the vibes I got when I just saw this in person, everything is just complete perfection.
Happy.
It does make me happy. It makes me so happy.
And of all the dream houses, we knew we had to do the 1962.
The first one, the original one. It's so mid-century modern. It's so classic. I mean, who wouldn't love to have that in our scale? That would be so amazing. So
fun. So I am excited because I have had this box of Barbie stuff here for like 10 years. And I haven't opened it because I'm not a Barbie person. Expert. I love Barbie, but I'm not an expert, and it would take me a lot of time to curate it and find out about it. But I got my Barbie's best friend right here, and he's going to open this box for the first time.
This is the part that makes this really dreamy, because Barbie and vintage Barbie, I hope it's vintage Barbie.
I hope so too.
It makes me so, well, it did say old Barbie.
It says Barbie on the side. Okay. Look how old that thing is.
So this is exciting. So
I don't know.
Can we just
we can.
dig in?
We can, and I'm going to get out of the way because I'm here to just kind of see what's going on.
I'm going for
your arms and legs
inside the ride.
Yes.
Well, looks like a fun group of stuff. So I'm instantly drawn to this one, and that is a number 3 Barbie doll. So this would have been roughly the first year, and they turn pale when you compare it to like another fairly early ponytail. You can see the difference in color, but these early dolls turn this sort of pale color, and they're solid. It's like it's all rotational cast vinyl, so it's a solid vinyl. They're kind of heavy, they have a weight to them. And so she's brunette, which is the harder to find hair color. She's got some paint wear, but what an early wonderful treasure to find. This is amazing, Rachel.
What's going, is her eyeshadow
well, it looks
added?
Like some of it looks like it might have been added, and her eyebrows are worn off. So
she has a lot of potential.
She has a lot of potential. She's early. She's fabulous. So we've talked about her, so we'll put her down here. So the second doll I'm going to talk about, and I'm sure everyone gets tired of me talking about this doll, but I have such a fondness for this. This is Barbie's friend, Stacey, and Stacey was created in 1968, and the head mold was sculpted by Joyce Christopher, who had just been hired by Mattel. And I have a fondness for this doll because this is the exact doll I had when I was a little kid. My cousin gave me her hand-me-down doll, and I loved this doll. So she has a short sort of flip hairstyle. Her hair needs to be a little restyled, but she has the twist and turn waist, which was created by inventor Jack Ryan that worked at Mattel. And then she has the bendable legs. And the thing I love about the legs when they bend is they just sort of naturally cross. So she needs a little surface cleaning, but she's this 1960s Barbie, and she's really pretty. She's cool.
I like the click.
I know, it's like cracking
so
your knuckles. It's very satisfying. I love it. So we pulled her out, so we're going to talk about her. This is a number 5 Barbie. These dolls came out in 1961. They came in a black and white swimsuit. The first few dolls from 59 to 61 came in the black and white striped swimsuit and the classic ponytail hairstyle. And she's wearing like a little clone outfit. Now these have a hollow torso, so they kind of click when you tap on them with your finger. They have straight legs that don't bend, but these are these classic early ponytail Barbies that are just sort of magic. So this is, when everybody thinks early Barbie, this is sort of the look that they think of. So who else are we going to look at in here? So Barbie has a cousin named Francie. So this is from 1970. This is growing pretty hair Francie. And she has a ponytail that, this one used to retract, but it was a long piece of hair that, well, it gets a little shorter and then you pull it and it gets longer. She has bendable legs and the rooted eyelashes. Now the rooted eyelashes were a little invention that were thought up by Barbie's first fashion designer named Charlotte Johnson. She actually held the patent for the rooted eyelashes. So if you don't know anything about Charlotte, Charlotte was sort of like the most amazing Barbie designer. She kind of started the whole understanding of how to dress a tiny little doll. So who else is hiding in here but Skipper, Barbie's little sister. Now Skipper was, she came out in 1964. She came in 3 different hair colors, blonde, brunette, and redhead. And the redhead we call Titian. That's the hair color that Mattel used. And Titian was referencing the painter Titian. And that's at a time that everybody had like crazy names for hair colors, like bombshell blonde and, you know, copper penny and that sort of thing. So this is a Titian Skipper. She's kind of fun. This is her original swimsuit. This swimsuit was designed by designer Eileen Zublin, and she worked for Mattel for several years designing for Barbie and apparently Skipper. So who else is hiding in here? So here's Malibu Barbie. Malibu Barbie came out in 1971, so she's celebrating her 50th anniversary this year. And she has the same face mold as Stacey. I think they wanted that sort of like slight open mouth with teeth, and she has this long platinum hair. And she's on a suntan, sort of Malibu skin tone body. Now that color combination for the Malibu was invented by Erin Libby. Now she was in charge of doll characterization at Mattel. And so they just laid some regular dolls in front of her and they said, we want them to look like they've got like a California tan. So she mixed all kinds of paint and painted the dolls, just regular dolls with that paint to come up with the skin tone. And then they matched it with the vinyl. So if you love Malibu like I do, you can thank Erin Libby. So I like her because she has a really pretty face. And this is a doll that when I was little, I just absolutely thought was the most gorgeous doll in the world. I just thought she was so amazing. So this is Malibu. Malibu Barbie. So who else is hiding in here? So I'm going to show you this doll. She's a bubble cut Barbie. I'm going to take this like newish coat off of her because I just can't bear to look at it a second longer. This is from 1961. This is a bubble cut Barbie with the Titian or red hair color. And she's actually very pretty, but if you turn to the side and look at her ears, you see that they're turning like this green color. The posts on these earrings are made of brass, and so moisture or anything causes it to oxidize. Now this is something we've worked on for a while, trying to come up with a good solution to kind of clean it. We're still actively working with some people on that, and it's sad when it happens. So my thing is, if you have dolls that have their original earrings, take them out. You may end up with a green nightmare one day. So they get a little bit of a sticky finish to them. You can clean that with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. So, but this is actually, she's actually got a pretty face in spite of the green. You know, green is a deal killer for a lot of people collecting. Sometimes for me, if it's not too bad, I can live with it. So sometimes it's just if the doll kind of speaks to you. So, now this is a great doll. This is PJ. This is Malibu PJ, and she is from this. She came out in 1971. This one's a little bit later. This is about 1973. This version is made in Taiwan. She still has her hair cellophane and her original beads. Those are usually missing. They're just like little tiny seed beads. And she uses the Steffi face mold. Now, the face mold for Steffi was sculpted by Martha Armstrong Hand. She was a Niata artist. She was an amazing sculptor, and she worked for Mattel for many years, and she also continued to work with them after she left as a freelance sculptor. And one of my favorite faces. So PJ is just sort of yummy. This is a gorgeous doll. Love her. Now, generally when you jump into Barbie collecting and you've got a group of stuff, you always end up with some rogue character showing up, and you're like, who is this? Well, this is made by Ideal. This is Pepper, and Pepper was Tammy's little sister. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of things to look for. Pepper was Tammy's little freckle-faced sister, but the first Pepper that came out, when they were painting them, they thought the freckles that she had were a mistake. So they changed the screen that they airbrushed, and so they eliminated the freckles. So the very first Peppers don't have freckles. This one does not have freckles. This makes her very rare. So if you happen to have a Pepper in your collection, check and see if she's got freckles. And she's the same generation as Barbie. This is about 1963-64. So it's just another competing fashion doll, and she had her own little world. So Pepper just decided to show up for the Barbie party. So who else is hiding in here that we haven't talked about? So we talked about Stacey. Now this is Twist and Turn Barbie, has the twist and turn waist. She has a face sculpt that was done by Joyce Clark. Now Joyce Clark worked at Mattel for quite a while, and she did the Twist and Turn Barbie face, and she also would do the Superstar Barbie face in 1977. Now this doll was kind of famous for, she was so innovative and so different than the early dolls. I mean, when you compare this doll to this doll, it's just completely different. And it was so innovative and new that they said, hey, if you bring your old Barbie to the store and $1.50, you can get the new Barbie. And so it was the whole trade-in program. And so a lot of old Barbies got turned in so you could get the new Barbie, which was about half the price of a regular Barbie. So they were usually about $3. So a lot of people traded in their old Barbie. Some of them lived to regret it. But this is one of my favorite Barbies. She's so pretty. She's gorgeous. So who else is hiding here? This box is kind of like magic. I feel like it's Mary Poppins box. Like I can just like reach all the way to the bottom and I'll pull out something kind of crazy.
And I know you're not gonna like go through all of it. And I don't even know.
Like who else is hiding in here?
I know, right?
There's PJ at the bottom. Another twist and turn. Now this is Living Barbie. And this Living Barbie, she's a little bit dirty, but she had all of these. She's been living large. And she has all of these joints. She had like jointed elbows and jointed wrists. It was even jointed ankles. But she was to be sort of like a very movable, posable, articulated doll. And she's from like 1969. So she's kind of a cool doll. So there are so many dolls in this box. We're gonna have to go through them and maybe kind of curate a little collection for Rachel to have maybe later. So there's so many dolls in here. It's kind of crazy. I see a box and I have to open the box and see if there's anything in it. And there's nothing. So we will keep going through and we'll probably share some pictures later of what else we discover. And this is just the first of a couple, I think, of these surprise boxes. So we might have more surprises for you. So
well, thank you, Bradley. I know this was kind of a crazy box to go through. Yeah, there's a lot, but you know, it's important to know about these things because some of them can be like a diamond in the rough.
Well, you never know what you're going to turn up. I mean,
it's you and Chris.
It's me and Chris going camping in the country camper. So, and there's the books.
There's the books
from the Dream House. So, and Barbie perfume.
Does it still smell? Oh, that's gorgeous.
Oh, to Barbie. So,
how
I mean, Barbie had everything. So
Barbie did.
So, I'm just very excited.
So we're gonna go through the rest, and we're gonna come back with your highlights. Should we do a highlight tour?
Oh, I love that. We'll do a highlight tour
of the mystery box because this is a lot. But I learned a lot already. Thank you, Bradley.
So, well, thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.